I'm sitting on my couch, inside my house, mowing my lawn. That's the pitch for the Mowrator FPV kit, a first-person view camera system that turns your robot mower into something closer to a drone that you drive with your thumbs. But after a few weeks of using it, I found it's a lot more complicated than strap on a camera and mow from the couch. Let's start with what's actually in the box. Inside the Mowfun FPV kit, you'll get a user manual and quick start guide, a sun hood for the camera monitor, the camera unit that transmits the video with an integrated cooling fan, the video receiver, which mounts to the top of the remote controller, the 7-inch video monitor that also mounts to the remote with a power plug for the video receiver, an accessory bag that contains the neck strap, a power splitter cable that allows you to connect another accessory to the Mowrator in addition to the video camera, a USB-A to C charging cable, an HDMI cable to connect the video monitor to the receiver, 2 rechargeable batteries for the video monitor that also powers the receiver, and a mounting pole for the camera to attach to the Mowrator, with a ball head on it for flexible positioning. After I got everything installed, the very first thing I wanted to test was range. Mowrator advertises up to 4,000 meters on this thing, so my first instinct was, can I just sit inside the house and mow the whole property? So first I just stood outside and drove it as far as I could. About 60 feet out, I got a range warning, and the reverse functionality actually got disabled. And I pushed it a little bit further, and I got a full red error. The machine stopped responding to any input at all. At this point, I was kind of worried. If that's really the range limit, then the FPV kit is basically pointless. I mean, having 4,000 meters of range on the video feed doesn't matter at all if the mower itself checks out after about 100 feet. So I did a little bit of searching online and went digging into the settings. And it turns out this isn't a hardware limitation at all. It's actually a safety feature. There's a distance limiter toggle built into the Mowrator that disables reverse past a certain range, and cuts the whole machine off if you go even further. It's clearly there to stop people from losing control of a mower they can't see, which makes sense as a default, and it wasn't a problem before since I would follow the mower closely while using it. But if you're using the FPV system specifically to mow from a distance, it defeats the entire purpose. So I turned that safety setting off and ran the range test again. And this time, night and day difference. I was able to cover my entire property, which runs about 300 feet end to end. My house sits roughly in the middle of the lot, so with the limiter off, I could reach every corner of the yard from inside the house. That's the promise of this kit finally working as advertised. So with that scare out of the way, let's talk about the first real drawback. The remote by itself is pretty light, and rather comfortable to hold for a long mowing session. But once you clip the 7-inch monitor and the video receiver on top, the whole unit gets noticeably heavier. You can still hold it comfortably for a few minutes, but past 20 minutes or so and it'll be a bit of a workout. Mowrator clearly anticipated this because the kit includes a neck strap. And it does help. A lot actually, but the execution has some issues. The only attachment points I could find are these small hooks on the remote, which puts the 2 strap connections closer together than you'd want. They end up getting in the way a bit during use. I also tried hooking the strap into the metal bar on top of the remote instead, but the bar's too thick for the strap clips to close around it. The way the straps attach is a design miss in my opinion. With the strap on though, I found the best position is resting the remote on my stomach, which takes almost all the weight off my arms. Turns out there's finally an upside to having a bit of a gut. However, using it like this causes the screen angle to become a bit of a problem. The monitor sits on a ball head that you can loosen and rotate, and there's a lever that locks it in place. To tilt the screen back far enough to see comfortably while wearing the strap, that lever needs to be positioned at the front of the mount. Otherwise, the little notch won't be in the back for the monitor to lean backwards enough. Problem is, when the lever's at the front, it physically bumps into a button on the remote directly underneath it every time you rotate it. Now, I didn't want to risk wearing that button down, so I like to put the lever on the side instead, but that does limit how far back the screen can actually tilt. I think this is another design flaw. By the way, if you found this video helpful so far, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a like. Okay, let's talk about positives. This thing is genuinely fun to use, and my 6-year-old is proof. Ever since we got it, she asks to use it every single time I mention mowing. She'll drive it around the yard just to look through the screen, blades off, no mowing involved. She just likes playing with it. And she especially loves the idea of being able to control the machine that's outside while sitting inside the house on the couch. It's come to the point where I can hardly get any actual mowing done, since she wants equal share of the time operating the machine. But at least she's also capable of turning the blades on and mowing while she drives around for fun. Sure, it's not going to be straight professional looking lines, but if it means less lawn for me to mow later, I'll call that a win. One thing Mowrator did get right in the design, the camera mount works alongside the tow hitch attachment. You can mount the camera right in the middle of the bar on the back of the machine, since the tow hitch has an open section there. And you can rotate the tow hitch or the camera out of the way to free up more movement for the other accessory when you aren't using it. They appear to have designed these accessories to work together instead of in isolation, which is good. The camera is also compatible with the snow shovel and the auto dumping bag attachments. All three of those, the camera, shovel, and dump bag, plug into the same single power port on the Mowrator. Now obviously you can't run all of them simultaneously off one port, which is why the FPV box includes a splitter cable that lets you run two devices at once. The camera itself mounts on a ball head, so you can point it in any direction and adjust the height. But it's fully manual, there's no motorized pan or tilt, which means you can't see both forward and backward while operating the machine. If the camera is pointed forward, backing up becomes a guessing game. And that actually changes how I mow with this thing. My favorite technique with the Mowrator is to drive forward to the end of a row, then instead of doing a full turnaround, which can tear up the grass if you aren't careful, especially with the grip tread tires, I just angle it slightly and reverse back for the next pass. It's faster and it's gentler on the lawn. Note that you'll want to disable the reverse speed limiter in the remote safety settings, or you'll be mowing backwards very slowly. But the FPV camera facing only one way means I can't use this method, unless I'm at the scene anyway, in which case the camera feed isn't so useful. For camera position, I found the sweet spot is mounting it slightly elevated and angled down, so you can see the front tires and what's directly in front of them. That gives you a clear sense of how close you are to obstacles on either side. The lens has an extremely wide 178-degree field of view, so while you can see things off to the side really well, the image is kind of distorted, which can make judging how close things are to the Mowrator different from real life, so it does take some getting used to. Mowrator advertises 22 milliseconds of latency on this camera, and in practice it holds up. The feed feels essentially real-time. I never had a moment where I hesitated to react because the video felt delayed, which matters a lot when you're relying entirely on a screen to avoid obstacles. The camera unit itself has a built-in fan to prevent overheating during long sessions, which is smart, but it also means the camera makes a constant low hum anytime it's powered on, even if the Mowrator isn't moving. However, it's not loud enough to be annoying, and honestly, it's been a useful reminder that the machine is still on. Before I got the FPV, I did forget to turn off the machine once or twice since there's no idle noise when it's still. Here's something worth considering. The camera unit is not powered by its own battery for video transmission, but runs off the Mowrator's main battery. I've noticed the battery does seem to drain a bit faster with the camera connected versus without it, though I haven't nailed down the exact numbers. In practice, I've never run out of power mid-mow, but I also break my 1.2-acre property into sections across multiple days rather than doing it all at one charge. Just be aware that there might be some battery impact if you have the FPV unit connected. The video monitor and receiver battery charges separately over USB-C, and you get two batteries in the box, which is nice for longer sessions. One annoyance though is that the power button on the monitor doesn't really seem to do anything, and pressing it just tells you that the only way to turn the monitor off is to physically remove the battery. It would have been nice if you could just turn it off with a button press and not have to deal with removing and reattaching the battery every time. Quick note, charging the remote controller itself is only slightly more annoying with the FPV attached. The charging port is on top, same as the monitor mount, but there's a cutout built into the FPV frame that still gives you access. It's just a little bit recessed, so it takes a bit more care to plug in. So at the end of the day, would I recommend the MoFun FPV kit? Honestly, probably not for most people. When I'm actually mowing, I don't find it all that useful day to day, especially with my forward and reverse mowing style, which basically requires me to have eyes on the machine anyway. Where it does have some value is in range confidence. I don't have to stand right next to the Mowrator anymore. I can run longer, straighter passes because I can actually see exactly how close I'm getting to a boundary or an obstacle from far away. While the idea of sitting in your house while mowing your lawn seems appealing, I'm still afraid that I'll run into something and not realize it if I don't have eyes on the machine. Maybe that will change as I experiment more with this. And that brings us to the real deal breaker, price. Retail price on the MoFun FPV kit is $1,400, which is a lot of money. And let's be clear, you should basically never buy anything from Mowrator at full retail. There's almost always a sale running, so wait for one. Even on sale though, this kit typically runs $1,100 to $1,200. Still expensive. If you bought comparable FPV components separately, the camera, transmitter, monitor, receiver, etc., you could probably put together something of similar quality for $500 to $600. But you'd lose the integration though. This kit is built specifically to plug into Mowrator's proprietary power port and dock cleanly onto the remote in a way that the aftermarket parts won't replicate. One way to get a better deal is bundling it with the snowplow attachment, which is how I purchased it. The plow alone runs $600 to $700, but the Plow Plus FPV bundle runs around $1,600 to $1,700, which works out to roughly $1,000 for the FPV portion. Still pricey, but it's the cheapest path in if you want the snowplow anyway. So that's the Mowrator MoFun FPV. Genuinely fun, occasionally frustrating, and priced like it knows it's a luxury toy rather than a necessity. If you've already got a Mowrator and money isn't a deciding factor, it's a neat way to extend your range and be a fun toy for you or your kids. If you want to be practical about it, save your money and just keep the machine within your line of sight. Let me know in the comments if you've tried the FPV, or if you have any other questions about it I can help answer. Links below if you want to learn more, subscribe to the channel for more Mowrator videos as I test even more functionality, and don't forget to have a wonderful day.